Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana, host for the first time ever of the basketball tournament, the premier summer league, featuring some of the top college basketball alum around the country. And tonight we've got a good one. It's Eberlein Drive against top seed Assembly Ball, featuring a plethora of former Indiana Hoosiers from historic Hinkle Fieldhouse. If you are new to TBT, we've got you covered, and buckle up because it is one of the most entertaining brands of basketball you can find on TV anywhere. It's a $1 million winner-take-all tournament in its 11th iteration. Every game ends with an Elam ending. We'll get into the details of that throughout the show, but all you need to know, a game-winning shot will be hit tonight. Here at Butler, we are one of 8 regions around the country, and tonight, a region final between Assembly Ball and Eberlein Drive. The winner advances to the quarterfinal and one step closer to playing for $1 million prize. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher, the Purdue great, Robbie Hummel with you. We are finally here. We started with 8 teams in this region. We are now down to 2. They're probably the best 2 teams with the most professional talent on both sides.
Well, this should be a heck of a game, man. I think you look at the way that Eberlein Drive, the players they have, the way they score the basketball, how dangerous they can be in the open floor. And then when talking about Assembly Ball's team, I mean, they are as talented as anybody in this TBT. You look at their Indiana alumni players, you look at the guys they got from Friday Beers last year. This should be a great game in a historic venue.
One of the best all-time names for a college basketball alumni team, Friday Beers. You know who was on that team? Julian Gamble, who hit the game-winning shot for Assembly Ball a couple of nights ago.
This guy has been a good player in the TBT for a long time, and he's carved out a long career overseas scoring the rock. He's done that in this tournament. 17 points against the Crew on night 1. And then you look at what he did against Menominee. He had 11 points, 11 rebounds, back-to-back game-winning shots he's made, back-to-back $1,000 prizes he's gained for wearing the Puma shoes. Julian Gamble doing what he does best, and that's getting buckets and getting rebounds.
Doing it at the free throw line the other night here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. On the other side, Anthony Clemens coming off a 20-point game against All Good Dogs.
You know, it's funny because Anthony Clemens averaged 8 points a game as a senior, was known more as one of their best perimeter defenders, but you can just see as a pro how his game has grown. Had 14 points the first night against Team Arkansas, 20 points against All Good Dogs, knocked down 4 threes. Eberlein Drive has multiple guys that can be a problem scoring the basketball, and on night 2, it was Anthony Clemens who stole the show.
Both of these teams have scored at high clips in their 2 wins to get to this region final. The winner advances to the quarters. Tip-off is next. The tournament is powered by Puma and by Zell. The basketball tournament is powered by The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zell, the official payment partner of TBT. Welcome back to Hinkle Fieldhouse. Tip-off right around the corner between Assembly Ball and Eberlein Drive as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Buffalo's, a proud partner of TBT. We referenced Anthony Clemens hitting the game-winning shot for Eberlein Drive. Archie Goodwin, also a veteran of this tournament, coming off 2 terrific performances. And for Assembly Ball, Robbie, Keith Hornsby came alive in their last win to get to this round after he went over in their opening round game.
It's just proof that all it takes for a good shooter is one to go down. He made that shot before the half against Menominee. Drew all iron, went straight up, went straight down. In the second half, he just looked like a totally different player. But to me, Matt, the story for Assembly Ball has been Yogi Ferrell and the way that he's run the team. Julian Gamble has done his thing, but with a point guard like Ferrell, he's always in control, he's always running the show, and he can score that thing, he can make plays for others. He's just a really good player. He's proven that at the NBA level and also overseas.
Let's go. Middle of the paint. RT, you got to get open.
Both coaches will be mic'd up throughout the course of the game. Yogi Ferrell, as you referenced, has been terrific. He had 27 in the win for Assembly Ball, led by Adam Ross, former high school coach in Florida of Indiana legend Will Sheehy, now leading TBT's Assembly Ball. First year Indiana has put a true IU alumni team into this tournament, and they are one win away from advancing to the final eight.
AC, as soon as you hit, you just dive right to the middle of the
Jordan Surnkamp, current G League head coach for the Greensboro Swarm, the Charlotte Hornets G League affiliate.
We're here.
An opportunity to coach a very good Eberlein Drive team that has been in this tournament every year but one since 2014, the inaugural year of this tournament, still chasing their first championship.
I think something to watch for Eberlein Drive. We've seen Nate Roberts play a lot at the 5 for this team, but Jake Stevens is now here. He's come in from Summer League, the player that played in the G League last year, had a great college career at VMI in Chattanooga. He's a guy that can pick and pop and can really stretch the floor. So we'll see if he gets some burn for Eberlein Drive at the 5.
Our officials tonight, Danny Basile, Mike Nardone, Mike Evans. The winner advances to the quarterfinal to take on either the Pittsburgh or Penn State alum.
I kind of hope not.
And here we go. Eberlein Drive controlling the tip in the blue unis. Assembly Ball in the cream and crimson.
Something to watch for is where is this game played? You watched Assembly Ball turn the basketball over at a high clip against Menomaki. Eberlein Drive will do that, and they have been electric in the open floor. This needs to be more of a half-court game for Assembly Ball.
Oh, Julian Gamble just daring Nate Roberts to take the jump shot. Wouldn't do it.
And that's something that Gamble has done in his time in TBT. If he doesn't respect your jumper, he'll just back off you. But I think that Assembly Ball will certainly live with Nate Roberts looking for his own offense in the post.
Inside to Gamble, and last touched by the big fella who's coming off a double-double. And back-to-back game-winning shots leading Eberlein Drive to the region final. Rather, Assembly Ball to the region final. And Anthony Clemens, coming off that 20-point performance against All Good Dogs, goes right past Julian Gamble for the first bucket of the night.
And that's on Gamble to stop the basketball. Anthony Clemens coming off the ball screen. You got Yogi Ferrell playing a little bit behind him. He gets picked off, but Gamble just doesn't stop the basketball.
Christian Doolittle, the Oklahoma alum, backing into the paint, and we're tied at 2.
It's going to be something to watch. Christian Doolittle in his time in Oklahoma could really score, especially in isolation situations. Really big wing, and he's going to have a mismatch with his size.
Well, that's sort of something that we've seen with Assembly Ball, particularly in their win against Menomaki, the Purdue alum. They utilized that size, Robbie, and the free throw disparity has been insane.
Well, that's where they won the game. You know, they weren't great on the offensive glass, especially compared to Menomaki. And you look at the field goal and three-point numbers, they were pretty equal. It was the free throw line and the fouls they racked up, that's what won the game for them.
Yes. Clemens at 3, and got it from the top of the key.
This Eberlein Drive team is a terrifying scout because everybody on the floor outside of Nate Roberts can go and get their own.
Hornsby tries a triple, and he responds from the left wing.
But that's all possible because of the initial surge of Yogi Ferrell. Terrific drive on that baseline, and a little swing, and just like that, Keith Hornsby's got it going.
Tyler Stone with the basketball, defended by Hornsby, scored all final 8 of Eberlein Drive's points in their 3-point win in round 1.
Flat.
Anthony Clemens are going to come right off here. He's got this 3. Yogi Ferrell a little bit back. Nice pass from Archie Goodwin, and then there's that swing from Miller Cobb. We talked about at the start of the broadcast. Hornsby's looked like a different player since halftime of the Menomaki game.
Picked Picked off by Miller Kopp. Missed the first game for Assembly Ball. Came back on Sunday night, hit a couple of big threes, and steps it right through, missing the lay-in, but draws a foul.
Miller Kopp using the footwork there. I mean, that was that long step where he kind of put the brakes on. Yogi Ferrell with the double team in the backcourt. He just dishes it to Kopp, and Miller Kopp doing all that work, taking it himself.
Well, he's going to be utilized more tonight. Assembly Ball without Devontae Green, Jawan Morgan, and Race Thompson. All three of those players were part of the first two wins to get Assembly Ball to the region final. And this year's $1 million prize is once again being sent straight to the winners' bank accounts with Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. Miller Kopp, should Assembly Ball win it all, his share will be 40 grand.
Well, it's probably going to be more now. Because three guys have departed, so that number might be climbing.
More minutes, more money.
That's right.
Checks out.
That does.
Here's Archie Goodwin left open.
That's what you want if you're Assembly Ball. You want Archie Goodwin taking shots from the perimeter, but you got to check out. And the offensive glass, a big problem on Sunday, and right there, it's got to be one and done.
Gamble, power dribble, left it short, tapped out to Goodwin. 2-on-2. Goodwin. Off Assembly Ball, and it'll stay here.
Hey, double.
Okay, here we go.
Assembly Ball with 7 players who played at some point during their career at the University of Indiana during their collegiate careers. First time ever putting an alumni team in this tournament. As Clemens will go to the line for 2 shots.
Here we go for 2. Here we go.
We've seen Anthony Clemens blow by his defender. This time Yogi Ferrell and get into the painted area. He's knocked down a 3. He was impressive 2 nights ago. I mean, Anthony Clemens has been showing out here at Hinkle.
And there haven't been a whole lot of guys blowing past Yogi Ferrell in this tournament.
Not at all. I mean, Clemens, he's been impressive here early.
Played his college basketball at Iowa. This is an Eberlein drive team that doesn't have an affiliation with a college per se. Lots of different colleges represented on their roster, but a bunch of guys who have played high level overseas in the G League.
I mean, he's good on their roster. And the guys that aren't here. You're talking about A.J. Slaughter, Johnny O'Brien. There's a lot of guys on this team. Yeah, like guys that have played in the NBA and at high-level teams overseas.
He's wrapping him.
Ferrell goes past Clemens, draws a foul.
Here we go, good.
That's just giving it right back to Anthony Clemens.
Here we go.
Clemens get the better of Ferrell on the other end, and here Yogi just putting it between his legs and putting on the afterburners.
I got you. Hey, I got you. Yes.
I don't think either player agreed with the foul. Yogi didn't like it on the other end, and Anthony Clemens doesn't like it down here.
That should be a fun matchup.
Swing zoom. Use the trail. Swing zoom.
And Assembly Ball at the free throw line has been a major theme. Plus 34 entering the night against their first 2 opponents, the Crew and then Men of Mackey.
I don't think that's a surprise. You look at Gamble, the way he draws fouls. Certainly Jawan Morgan, a guy that can get into the paint. When he was here, Christian Doolittle, a guy that's going to get there. Yogi Ferrell gets there.
Swing zoom.
Even throw in Ryan Brown as a big body guard who can get into the painted area.
Well, they won the game on Sunday at the free throw line. That tells you all you need to know. Roberts, second effort won't go. Tyler Stone hauling down the rebound. And it'll be Eberlein drive basketball.
Hold on a second, Danny. Let's just go 19.
Assembly Ball is going to have to really rebound. No Jawan Morgan here tonight, so that lineup with Doolittle and Gamble at the 4 and 5 is smaller. Miller Kopp going to have to be a guy that locks out Tyler Stone, and certainly got to keep guys like Ryan Taylor and also Nate Roberts off the glass.
Goodwin, step back. He has missed badly on 2 jump shot attempts.
You know, with him shooting jumpers. Look at his numbers in China last year. Shot 13% from 3. Now he knocked a couple down in that all good dogs game, but when he gets to the rim, that's where he's at his best.
Jump to the ball.
Farrell a deep three.
That had a ton of arc on it. He really casted that thing up there.
Tyler Stone. Miscommunication with Nate Roberts, and it goes back to assembly ball.
Roberts thinks Stone is shooting that thing. Stone's trying to drop it off, but the problem is that Nate Roberts is blocking out and trying to get position for the offensive rebound.
Jordan Surenkamp, loving coaching in this building, grew up 45 minutes away from Indianapolis in Mooresville, Indiana. Played his college basketball at Wabash College, a tiny Division III school in Crawfordsville, Indiana, as Gamble gets the tip back.
And remember, with TBT rules, once that hits the rim and is up, even if it's in that cylinder, it is free game. Good awareness there by a guy in Julian Gamble who's played a lot of basketball overseas.
Gamble into the chest of Roberts, and it rims out.
Hey, someone, T.
Doolittle goes down.
Good help by Miller Kopp there. He saw that the whole way.
Hornsby with numbers. Kopp for three.
That is quite the sequence. Miller Kopp helping out of the corner, then sprinting to the opposite side of the floor. And assembly ball rewarding him with a wide open look.
Eberlein drives scoreless over the last 2 minutes. Stone trying to end it, and he won't. Offensive foul.
Immediate timeout.
A 7-0 assembly ball run capped by Miller Kopp's triple.
They didn't have him on night one. We saw him in the second half against Menomaki. He's running to that corner. Assembly ball setting the table, and Miller Kopp cashing out from three.
Hey, thank you, bud.
Here we go. Hey, here we go. Take a seat, take a seat. Hey, listen. What I really, my fault, you good? Listen, what I've appreciated to this point is we're trying to make the right play. Don't settle. Hey, get to the rim. Go through his chest. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
After winning the $1 million prize, who are you most excited to celebrate with? Well, Troy Williams, a former Indiana great, said everybody on the team. It's been nothing but great laughs and great energy being around the guys and the coaches. Troy's winning prize will be sent with Zelle straight to his bank account. And for assembly ball, they've been without Troy Williams, coming back from a ruptured Achilles suffered about 26 weeks ago. but has been on the bench, has been a cheerleader, and we're glad to say that he will be back playing basketball very soon. Meanwhile, for Eberlein Drive, Jake Stevens making his 2024 TBT debut, has been playing in the Summer League, and now back to help his team.
He's a big body at 7 foot, but he's really skilled and can be a factor from the perimeter. We saw Julian Gamble play off some of these bigs. He's not going to be able to do that with Jake Stevens.
A 9-0 assembly ball run.
Hey, slip it, slip it, slip it. Good, yeah.
And 9 of their points have come off of Eberlein Drive turnovers. That is a blocking foul on Ryan Brown.
I haven't felt like Eberlein Drive's offense has been nearly as efficient or crisp tonight. This Euro step, that's the right call. Ryan Brown still not completely set, sliding over. But Eberlein Drive, it's been a lot of one-on-one individual plays. And while they have good one-on-one players, it felt like the ball really moved before they would go attack 2 nights ago.
How much of that do you attribute to the size and the physicality of assembly ball?
Sure, I think you look at Miller Kopp as a guy that's going to give great effort on defense. Christian Doolittle, a very good defender. You know, Ryan Brown as well. I mean, you got 3 wings out there that are going to give a good effort on defense.
Doolittle for 3.
That's a good look, though. You will take that shot from Christian Doolittle, and Yogi Ferrell has done a great job here in this first quarter of getting on the baseline and finding his teammates.
That is the 5th Eberlein Drive turnover of the first quarter. Taylor and Gamble, a little chippiness. And Gamble, there is not a guy in this building that wants that more than Julian Gamble.
He embraces it. I really enjoy watching Julian Gamble play. Physical player.
Give the ball to the ref and he's come down here. That's it. Foul me. He's there.
And he's also a guy that is not afraid to mix it up. He's also got incredibly long arms. It feels like he has 5 or 6 deflections in 3 games on plays just like that. Guards think they can get it over the top, and Julian Gamble with that wingspan, no chance.
Gamble backing down Jake Stevens.
He's trying to get back to that left hand so hard. You could see Stevens totally overplaying that right shoulder.
Well, you talked about Jake Stevens being a great player at the mid-major level. He really blossomed late in his career. Led the SoCon in scoring and rebounding his senior season at Chattanooga.
That jumper, you can see that didn't go, but it's got great arc and he's got really good form.
Almost picked again by Brown, and he does win it back. 6 turnovers on Eberlein Drive.
Get a stop, get a stop, get a stop.
And they are without a field goal in what is approaching nearly 4 minutes. Last 2 points have been scored at the free throw line for Eberlein Drive.
Look at Anthony Clemens chase right there. Great effort, but you start reaching over like that.
He got 2.
That's not a great foul because that sends Yogi Ferrell to the foul line.
2 shots.
5th foul on Eberlein Drive. And once you reach 5 fouls in a quarter in TBT, you hit the bonus.
Good luck.
And this will be already the 6th free throw attempt for Assembly Ball in the game.
You're in it. Get the switch. All right, let's go White. White.
Outshot opponents at the foul line 49-15 in the first 2 wins in TBT to get to this region championship against Eberlein Drive. Final 90 seconds of the first quarter. Assembly Ball on top by 6. Into Terrell Brown and can't finish.
Christian Doolittle totally affected that shot at the rim.
Barrel for 3. Doolittle the offensive board. Here's Tyrell Terry, the kick out to Brown. 2 really good looks.
Yeah, Brown has been ice cold. He's now 0 for his last 6 over the last 2 games.
Terrell Brown gives Eberlein Drive its first field goal in 4 minutes. Cherry tries a three.
Let's go. Quick one.
Assembly ball now 2 for 7 from downtown in the first quarter. Stone, a turnaround jumper, good, and it's back to a 2-point game.
That's that 2 for 1. Wesley Doolittle should have held on to that basketball. He could have milked that for 3 or 4 seconds and totally took it away, but looks like Eberlein drive with a quick shot is going to at least get some sort of look here.
About a 3-second differential between game and shot clock for Farrell. Inside to Gamble on the drive, rejected by Jake Stevens. Final 5 seconds. Stone, step through, beats the buzzer, laying it in and tying it at 17. What a close for Eberlein drive, a 6-0 run to end the first frame in Indy.
And that never happens if Tyler Stone doesn't take a quick jumper to get that 2 for 1. Gamble driving with his left, Jake Stevens just erasing it. And then Tyler Stone in transition, big time Euro step, big time finish of the first quarter for Eberlein drive.
Communicate with one another, stick together. Let's go be the tougher team. Let's go.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Together. Let's go.
What I've appreciated to this point is we're trying to make the right play. Listen, what I've appreciated to this point is we're trying to make the right play, right? There's a difference between making the right play and almost trying too hard to make the right play. Right? There's been a couple times we've had drives, we just got to go lay that thing in. We're trying to make the play around the rim with the dump offs. Just go put it on the rim, right? We get to the free throw line. Other than that, we're okay. Okay, make sure we stay connected down here defensively. We've been fine. Okay, it's going to wear off.
Communicate with one another, stick together. Let's go be the tougher team. Let's go.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Together. Let's go.
Listen, what I've appreciated to this point is we're trying to make the right play, right? There's a difference between making the right play and almost trying too hard to make the right play. Right? There's been a couple times we've had drives, we just got to go lay that thing in. We're trying to make the play around the rim with the dump offs. Just go put it on the rim, right? We get to the free throw line. Other than that, we're okay. Okay, make sure we stay connected down here defensively. We've been fine.
In the Huddle is powered by Puma, official sponsor of TBT. Your thoughts on Inside the Huddle?
Well, I love it. I mean, I love getting to have the access to these coaches as they coach their teams up, talk strategy, motivate. Boy, these turnovers were a real problem for Assembly ball. Both teams a little bit sloppy here with these deflections.
Stevens knocks it in from downtown, giving Eberlein drive the lead.
He's a big addition to their team because Nate Roberts is a guy that's more of a dump down rim protector, and Look at Jake Stevens. He brings a real skill set as a shooter to this Eberlein Drive squad.
They have responded in a big way to a 9-0 Assembly Ball run late in the first quarter. Now on a 9-0 run of their own. 10 to shoot for Farrell. Trapped in the corner. Defended by Brown and rejected by Terrell Brown.
Terrell Brown known as a scorer, but that was lockdown.
Tyrell Terry unable to locate what has gotten into Eberlein Drive over these last 5 minutes.
They just look like they've upped their level, honestly. Their energy, their effort. A couple shots have gone down. They played with a real sense of urgency at the end of the first quarter, and I think that really paid off and has bled into quarter number 2.
Here comes Dakota Quinn for the first time for Assembly Ball. Not an Indiana alum, but has become a fan favorite here in Indianapolis this weekend.
He plays really hard.
Gets a rejection, but a goaltend on the drive by Deshaun Knight.
Well, you know what? You could see there was a little bit of hesitation there because he does think about Jake Stevens in the pick and pop. And that, you could see just that one step to the right takes him a little bit out of position. Nice dribble drive down that lane.
Yogi Ferrell just forcing the issue.
23.
Him and Terrell Brown
hits him, comes down and hits him.
Have a little something brewing here in the paint. That could be a fun matchup. And look, it's probably an opportunity for Terrell Brown to play with a bit of a chip. Played 2 years in the G League against a guy with 5 years of NBA experience.
Absolutely. I mean, Terrell Brown's a guy that's trying to carve his way out. You mentioned 2 years pro. Yogi Ferrell's done it for a long time.
Hey, we're in a good spot. We just got to show our hands at the end. If he finishes in the lane at like 8 and 10 feet over length, we live with that, right? He's a good player.
Farrell has had a couple of big games. 27 in the opening round win against the Crew. 13 in the win against Men of Mackey on Sunday night.
Oh, what a screen that is by Jake Stevens.
One more. Yes, great job.
Stevens for 3. His second of the game.
I think Dakota Quinn has got to realize who he's rotating there to. If it's Archie Goodwin, I'm not leaving Jake Stevens to rotate to a guy that's shouting up 13% from 3 last year.
Doolittle. And Stevens with a rebound at 6'7", 270. He is a handful. And a foul against Tyrell Terry trying to defend the much larger Jake Stevens.
But now he's made a couple of shots. Assembly Ball having to switch to try to take that away. And there's that stroke again by Stevens. His junior and senior year. Played his junior year at VMI, played his last year at Chattanooga. He averaged 20 and 9 and shot 45% from 3 in that 2-year stretch.
Okay, we're good.
I mean,
Here we go.
I feel like the casual college basketball fan didn't get to see him, but his team at Chattanooga played in that SoCon championship game. And man, his skill set was fully on display.
Clemens through contact, pushing right off Miller Kopp for 2.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Right now, offense for Eberlein Drive just feels so easy. And the spacing that Jake Stevens creates, now that lane opening up.
Show your hands.
Dakota Quinn with the footwork on Jake Stevens.
Check.
6-point Assembly Ball deficit. They led by 6 in the first quarter. Goodwin to the cup, lays it in.
You get turned down like that. And the athleticism and burst on display there by Archie Goodwin, but there just does not help when you get beat that badly.
Farrell fading. And a home run pass to Goodwin. Hornsby cannot locate. Goodwin wins it back for Eberlein Drive.
Eberlein Drive is just playing harder right now.
And shooting nearly 58% from the floor. To your point, getting easier looks, it seems, than Assembly Ball, at least as of late.
What a screen right there.
Left open because of the Quinn screen. Meanwhile, Assembly Ball, Robbie, shooting less than 27%.
They didn't shoot well last night. And at times, their offense a little bit choppy on night 1 as well.
Taylor, rhythm three, got it from the left side. Eberlein drive, shooting 45% from downtown for the tournament and again tonight.
You can just see the space right now out there. This is a very tough guard, and Assembly Ball's defense getting a little bit exposed.
Quinn responds the other way from the top of the key. It's a three.
Showing off the range himself. You look at the floor, there are 10 guys out there that can make a three.
Goodwin, right past Quinn, it's a goaltend.
Come here.
And that is an advantage for
running.
Goodwin with his athleticism.
Come here, why are you running?
You can't ice a chest screen.
Just a simple roll and replace, and that's a tough guard for Tyrell Terry because he's got to be in to take the roll away.
Here we go.
Jake
No
Stevens
hand.
in that drop,
No
and
hand.
if you're a big and drop coverage, it's going to be very difficult to get back to a shooting big.
Square, square, square.
Barrel off the bounce.
Good.
Hornsby.
Yeah. Great job.
One dribble pull up. Different dude.
Now,
Robbie Hummel over the last 2
totally
days.
agree. I mean, his confidence looks so much different than on the first game and a half.
Mayday! Mayday!
What do you think that is? He just saw a few go down.
Saw it go through and got one at the rim, and now it's like a different player.
Hey,
legal screen? Okay.
Hey, swing zoom. Yeah, we like
I
that.
mean, there's a couple, there's a little of every.
Swing zoom,
everybody do
swing
it.
zoom,
Let's
swing
everybody
zoom.
stay still. All right?
So I just turned 55.
34-26 in favor of Eberlein drive. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Clemens to Tyler Kane.
Fantastic basketball.
First minutes of the night for Eberlein drives Tyler Kane. 30-year-old from Rochester, Minnesota. Defending Dakota Quinn here. Quinn is silky.
He didn't score against Metamaki, but impacted the game. Presence at the rim, rebounding. But here, when Assembly Balls need some offense, Dakota Quinn has been a guy that's been able to give it to him.
Oh, Quinn with the rejection and a foul, much to the dismay of a very pro Assembly Ball crowd here at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Dakota Quinn is beside himself with this call. Archie Goodwin to the rim. Yeah, that's, boy, Goodwin getting the contact of the body. Quinn going, looks like pretty straight up. That's a tough break for Assembly Ball.
We've been fantastic. Great rebounds. Again, we're getting the ball out of Yogi's hands. They don't have anybody else capable of keeping their own ball in for us, right? We just need to make sure we're putting guys in positions where they feel uncomfortable. Can't keep doing that. AC, you're going to handle right here. AG, T-Stone, TB, you're here. Nate, you're going to be in the right corner, okay? You're going to hit AG, okay? As soon as he hits, you're diving out. As he dives out, Nate, you're flashing. AG, you're going to hit. AC, you're flying off of this. We're hitting Nate, right? You're flying off. Nate, you're pitching it to AC. As soon as you get rid of it, your guy is going to back up. You're just going to go pin for AG. AC, you're going to take one or two dribbles. You're going to reverse pivot. AG is going to be wide open on the wing for the shot. If they try to overplay it, you're going to have Nate on the slip. Okay? Does that make sense? Really good job. Hey, out of these free throws here, let's see what their alignment is. One possession only. If Yogi has the ball, it's hitting. Hit. As soon as he crosses half court. Okay? And then, hey, I can't tell you whether they're going to
Another chapter in one of the great rivalries in sports unfolds as Aaron Judge and the Yankees take on the Red Sox. The Mariners also taking on the White Sox. It all begins at 7 Eastern on Fox on Saturday. Back inside Hinkle Fieldhouse, a historic gem on the college basketball scene here in Indianapolis. Robbie Hummel giving me a smirk.
I did sound biased. Someone who went to school, Butler.
You're peeling back the curtain a little too far.
I will say, we are incredibly lucky, and I say we being a former resident of the state of Indiana.
Yep.
To have 3 venues in Hinkle Fieldhouse, Assembly Hall, and Mackey Arena be 3 of the great college basketball arenas in the country and all be in this state.
Now rank them for me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I will abstain.
All 3 are terrific. You're right.
I would honestly, I think you could put Assembly Hall and Mackey Arena up there with any place in the country outside of Allen Fieldhouse, and you could say they would win.
They're crazy loud.
No doubt. The noise is just insane.
And many of these Assembly Ball players got a chance to play at Assembly Hall. Hornsby off the side of the rim.
Didn't look like he caught that really. That looked like a knuckleball or a screwball going up there to the basket.
Goodwin, spin cycle, shuffles it into Roberts for the 2-hand jam.
Archie Goodwin getting by Ryan Brown, spinning right back to the middle, and then the hands-on display by Nate Roberts to snag that pass and go and finish.
10-point Eberlein drive lead. Hornsby cuts it back to 8.
I love the way he got to the defender's body right there. He drove it at Anthony Clemens, but then got his shoulder into him, got Clemens off balance, and finished with that off left hand.
Final 3 minutes of the first half in our region championship here in Indianapolis. Winner on to the quarterfinal to stay alive in their quest for a $1 million cash prize, going to the winner of the basketball tournament.
That's a settle right there. I'm telling you, Archie Goodwin, he needs to drive the ball, especially with Hornsby guarding him.
Cobb. Hornsby. Give and go.
Good.
Brown elevating. Tapped around and secured by Dakota Quinn. Here comes Yogi Ferrell, who has been quiet tonight. 5 points, all at the free throw line.
He's 0 from the field, 0 for 5.
Solid. Good, show your hands.
Man, he had Dakota Quinn wide open.
Terrell Brown on the follow.
They don't have anybody else that can make plays.
And it's back to 10, which ties the largest lead of the night for Eberlein Drive. 1:42 to go in the first half.
Give me the board up there. I have one to use.
And a foul on Tyler Stone.
The Bronx cheer here.
Are those cheers or jeers?
They're cheers.
Ben Matherin in the crowd. We've had a lot of really high-profile pros at Hinkle Fieldhouse this weekend. Of course, Trace Jackson Davis was here for a couple of games. Former Indiana Hoosier, current Los Angeles Laker.
Stay still. Good.
Everybody's up for a little summer hoop at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Still rejected from behind by Anthony Clemens. Hornsby open for 3.
Hornsby was wide open, but a bad miss, and it's just starting the break for Eberlein Drive.
Assembly Ball struggles continue. Now 3 for 12 from downtown. They trail by 12 with just over 60 seconds to go in the first half. And a timeout taken by Assembly Ball head coach Adam Ross. Distinctly different energy between Eberlein Drive right now and Assembly Ball.
Eberlein Drive, their defense is certainly helping their offense. These turnovers have just started the break, some long misses as well.
AC.
Eberlein Drive, a team that we know that they want to get out and run. And over the last 4 or 5 minutes, we've seen them do just
I have
that.
another timeout to use, but for now, let's just do this, okay? Hey, Nate, you're going to, AC, you're going to initiate.
TBT
Swing
Championship
it.
weekend is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The semis are Friday, August 2nd at 7 and 9 Eastern on FS1. The $1 Million Championship Sunday, August 4th, 2 Eastern on Fox. Tickets available at thetournament.com/TBT/tickets. Winner of this game advances one step closer to that championship weekend. Loser goes home. Winner advances to the quarterfinal, which will be played next Tuesday. And right now, Assembly Ball in an unfamiliar spot. They have not trailed by 12 in this tournament. Down 12 with 60 seconds to go. Farrell still looking for his first field goal. Tries again from downtown.
Got 2 high-quality looks, and those are shots that normally Yogi Farrell knocks down.
0 for 7 now from the floor.
Miscommunication on that first switch led to an open shot, and then off the offensive rebound. You'll take both those looks for Assembly Ball.
There it is. Yes.
Clemens thought about it. 10 on the timer for Ryan Taylor. Quinn fighting with Roberts. It'll stay here, and the shot clock turned off, meaning Eberlein Drive will get the final possession of the first half if they want it. And Jordan Surenkamp, the head coach for Eberlein Drive, wants to talk it through. I mean, this is a team that was on the wrong end of a 9-0 run. Trailed by 6, went on a huge spurt at the end of the first quarter, and has looked like a totally different team since Robbie Humphrey.
Well, I thought they looked really good 2 nights
Here we go,
ago.
here we go, here we go.
The fact that they were able to knock off such a good team
in
in Team Arkansas. This is a talented group, and let's hear what they're going to draw up.
AC, back screen, you're out. RT, you're going to tight curl here. Jake, you guys are going to bring him there. You're going to hit. Okay, sorry, AC, you're going to hit. Once you hit, RT, you stay where you're at. And once we hit there, Jake, you're going to pin a second one, and we're going to bring RT back. Does that make sense? Huh?
I'm going to the front
yes.
end and looking for RT coming off the
Exactly, exactly. Yep, here we go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Make sure we get back in transition.
And I beg your pardon, the shot clock reset to 20, so they will have to take a shot before the first half closes. Assembly Ball may get one more look, but they have to get a stop here.
In the corner and then clearing out. Blue, blue. Go away from it, eh?
Look for a shot here on this right wing. You can hear Coach Surenkamp talk about it. They're going to set the initial screening action, and they're going to re-screen right back.
Right, straight up. Here we go. Come on, RT.
Here comes the initial. Assembly Ball did a pretty good job of blowing that up.
So now it's Goodwin. Defended by Kopp with 10 seconds. Goodwin sent away by Dakota Quinn, and they will count the basket. That is the second or third time this half Quinn has been whistled for a goaltend, and the headband is off again. He doesn't believe it.
It's Archie Goodwin blowing by. Yeah, man, that's definitely not on the board, and certainly still going up. It's not reviewable, so that's just a bucket good.
14-point Eberlein Drive lead. Tyrell Terry awfully slow bringing the ball up the floor. 5 seconds to go in the first half. Terry, blow by, can't get it.
I was going to say, they don't call that foul. This place is going to go crazy.
So Terry will go to the line for 2 shots.
Terry took his sweet time, but then the crossover, and you can see definitely Terrell Brown reaching in there, got armed first.
Get TV for that.
Tyrell Terry, of course, played his freshman year at Stanford, was one of the most elite freshmen in the country. Drafted early in the second round in 2020 by the Dallas Mavs. 2 years a pro, retired early, battling mental illness and anxiety. Great to see him back on the basketball floor. Brings it back to 12, 1.5. Stevens hits. Oh, and he draws a foul before the buzzer. And Adam Ross is at midcourt for Assembly Ball. and he might have gotten teed up.
But what is Ryan Brown doing?
Complete bailout. It's ridiculous. He's 7'2" and went, oh, and he calls that. Complete bailout.
What's his height have to do with getting fouled on a jump shot?
Even if he bumped him, you don't make that call. He knows you don't make that call. He's an experienced rep. The kid's
I don't know what Ryan Brown is doing here. He's shooting this. I guess he's leaving his feet, but you're also going right into him. It's just not a smart play. There's no doubting that there is contact there on the shot, and Jake Stevens is not seeking it out.
The reason we're in the position we are right now is because when
Adam Ross at midcourt, and right there got teed up, and Robbie Helm's going to get an explanation here.
We're going to see if the foul happened prior to the zeros.
So they will review the monitor to see if the whistle was blown before the buzzer went off to end the first half.
Hey, Coach, can you guys just stay by your bench while we review this? Thank you.
That's why you never put yourself
I mean, the contact clearly
occurs
happens,
before,
but the arm does not go up.
Big dummy. Big dummy.
I just don't like. If you're Ryan Brown, why would you do that?
This is fun. I like
Why
it.
would you do it, Robbie Hummel?
That's you have to ask him. I do not know why he would do that.
Smart by Jake Stevens.
No doubt. I mean, he's shooting the
He will come
basketball
over
and
explain everything he saw on that play.
From 55 feet, you're going to call that at the buzzer?
Okay.
Come on, man. It's like professionals, these are pros, you know?
well,
It's
they're
interesting,
pros,
he
but it's
says
still
that
a really
you can't
stupid
call
play.
that 'cause we're pros. The pros would know better than to stay away.
So I'll tell.
No, they
I'll
can't.
tell. I'll tell. I'll tell them. You're gonna report the
Who
foul.
shoots our technical free throw?
He reported the foul. You got the foul on the shooter. And there's a technical foul. Okay.
You said the same thing I
Okay.
said.
So we're gonna shoot one
This is
shot, and then we're gonna play off that.
Potentially a huge swing here.
So we're gonna shoot
Well,
a
Eberlein
technical,
drive
one shot
has
technical,
dominated this
and then we're
first
gonna play
half.
off the tech. Yes, he's gonna come over as soon as we shoot the tech.
I'm looking forward to this explanation here.
We have a one-shot technical foul first, and then we're gonna play. It's a three-point shooting foul with .2 on the clock. 3 shots, yes.
So yeah, because the contact was committed at .2, there's going to be 3 shots. The technical shot is shot by Archie Goodwin, and then Jake Stevens is going to take 3.
Meanwhile, Jake Stevens is over here chatting to some fans near us.
Good, line up,
Potential
3 shots.
4-point
Line up
swing
for
here
three.
for
Yeah,
Eberlein
Line up
Drive,
for
who's
3.
already up
Here
12.
we
No
go,
question.
.2 on the clock,
Never
line
put
up for 3.
yourself in that position.
And Eberlein Drive played so well in the first half anyway, and now they're just, this is a gift of 4 extra points.
Yeah.
Or a potential 4 extra points.
Just a lack of maybe awareness by Ryan Brown, understanding where he was on the floor, time and situation. Jake Stevens, who has had an excellent first
just
half.
stand there. You know, you don't need to do that.
Stay back. Hey. Show your hands. Who's in? Who's in? Who's in? Who's in? Hey, G, you're up.
Okay,
Archie
he's
Goodwin's
staying-
going to come off the
hold
floor
on.
here for the final
He's
free
staying
throw
in the
at
game. He's staying in the
.2.
game.
Oh, sorry,
Okay?
sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 went out. Now we're good. .2 on the clock. Don't go over. Don't go over.
It's been a heck of a last second.
It has.
Don't foul.
Just inbound it. Inbound it.
Don't foul. 5 seconds.
Ryan Brown, a full court heave won't get there, and it's
Thank
a
you.
15-point Eberlein Drive lead as the boos ring down at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Assembly Ball led early by 6, and then a massive 9-0 run to close the first quarter spurted Eberlein Drive. They lead at 47-32 at the break. And he's 7-2.
But 2.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Ryan Brown just jumped up and did the dumbest thing ever.
All right, let's do it. Welcome back to Indianapolis, Indiana, the site of our TBT Region Championship between the Assembly Ball, top seed in the region against Eberlein Drive. But they trail by 15 at the break. A big comeback has to be mounted here for Assembly Ball when we return. Let's do it. Downtown Indianapolis and just north, Hinkle Fieldhouse hosting the region championship between Eberlein Drive and Assembly Ball. A 47-32 lead for Eberlein Drive, playing for a ticket to the quarterfinal. The winner would play next week against the winner of Happy Valley Hoopers and the Zoo Crew, largely Penn State and Pittsburgh alum, for a right to keep their hopes of $1 million cash prize alive. Does Assembly Ball have a big-time comeback in store for the second half? We'll find out very soon. Welcome back to Indianapolis, Indiana, the site of our TBT region. Welcome back to Indianapolis, Indiana, the site of our TBT Region Championship between the Assembly Ball, top seed in the region against Eberlein Drive. But they trail by 15 at the break. A big comeback has to be mounted here for Assembly Ball when we return. Downtown Indianapolis and just north. Downtown Indianapolis and just north, Hinkle Fieldhouse hosting the region championship between Eberlein Drive and Assembly Ball. A 47-32 lead for Eberlein Drive, playing for a ticket to the quarterfinal. The winner would play next week against the winner of Happy Valley Hoopers and the Zoo Crew, largely Penn State and Pittsburgh alum, for a right to keep their hopes of $1 million cash prize alive. Does Assembly Ball have a big-time comeback in store for the second half? We'll find out very soon. The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT, and by Cost Plus Drugs, the low the basketball.
Let's go. Quick one. Throw your hands. He travels. Can't make plays. Get it out. Let's go.
The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT, and by Cost Plus Drugs, the low-cost provider for medications. Sun setting on downtown Indianapolis, the World War II Memorial at the heart of downtown Indy, and just north we got a good one going at Hinkle Fieldhouse. A 15-point lead for Eberlein Drive in our region championship here at Hinkle Fieldhouse. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher, Robbie Hummel with you. At one point in this game, Assembly Ball led by 6, and then a massive spurt by Eberlein Drive. Robbie, they outscored Assembly Ball 30-15 in the second quarter.
Well, I thought they got themselves going with a little bit of pace, and there was that 2-for-1 situation at the end of the first quarter that seemed to kind of flip the game. And I think that that's something to watch for here going forward is, can Eberlein Drive continue to take advantage, not just off turnovers, but off some of these poor misses where long rebound. All right, now you're getting out and running. This is the play I was talking about where Tyler Stone takes this quick jumper. They ended up getting the ball back and scoring again. Turnovers have hurt Assembly Ball all weekend long here in Indianapolis. And you turn this basketball over, Terrell Brown, the one guy that follows up on that play. Here's another bad miss by Keith Hornsby. They're up the floor. This is a run out for a layup. Eberlein Drive wants to play fast, but when they crank that dial up with their tempo, that's when they got their offense going.
One of the big storylines coming into this game was how dominant Assembly Ball had been at the free throw line. Plus 34 on free throw attempts against their first two opponents. They were even with Eberlein Drive in the first half. And of course, the shooting numbers tell the rest of the story. Eberlein Drive operated very efficiently offensively.
Well, I think it's also important to mention, no Juwan Morgan tonight, no Devontae Green, and no Race Thompson. Morgan's certainly the biggest guy that they're missing, but they just have not been the same as what we saw in nights 1 and 2 here.
Archie Goodwin getting straight into the paint as he did often in the first half. 13 to lead all scorers.
Gave Keith Hornsby the too little right there. That was a physical drive. Goodwin known for his bounce, but there he grinded that one out.
Yogi Ferrell, who had 27 in Assembly Ball's first game, was held 0 for 7 in the first half. Here's Kopp, second chance, rims out. And the rebound, Anthony Clemens.
Is Julian Gamble hurt? They switched it up. He has been one of their better players. He's on the bench here to start the second half. That's illegal. Well, Yogi Ferrell just got clocked.
And that is number 2 on Ryan Taylor. And Ferrell a little dazed getting up from the hardwood.
Ryan Taylor was trying to slip out of that. Ryan Brown really physical. Just runs right through Ferrell.
Hey guys.
What are we reviewing?
They might take a look at this, but.
Huh? I know. What are we doing? What are we doing?
We have a potential flagrant foul.
15 pushes, into him. That's the new rule.
We have a potential flagrant foul. That's what we're going to go review, a potential flagrant foul. Go ahead.
Got it. Okay.
We're going to review a potential flagrant foul on the entire play. We have an offensive foul, right, on the play, illegal screen, but now we're going to go look at the entire play to see what happened. Possibly.
If they see that he pushed with 2 hands, it's a flagrant foul.
So they're reviewing this, obviously, for Ryan Taylor and him running through Yogi Ferrell, but also they can look at the fact that Ryan Brown intentionally shoved him into him. I don't think he was. I think he was physical with Taylor running up there. To me, this is just it's a common foul.
We're going to look at a potential flagrant foul for the entire play.
They're going to put Miller Kopp on you. AC, bring it down the right side, make space with his 5 out. Early step up. Just step up out of
regardless.
And
he's number 2 on Ryan Taylor.
Ryan Brown has the jersey of Ryan Taylor. He was really physical with him as he came up to set the screen and looked to slip.
If they don't like it, just swing it back to Nate. AG cut, and we can go play DHO on this side, and you can just respace. Right?
If you could just ask them to run. What do you think?
I think they're flagrant.
It's just an offensive foul.
Yeah.
We're going to switch 1 through 4. They may keep 5 in coverage because of that. So as much as you can find a screening opportunity.
Perhaps Assembly Ball can use this.
Okay, it's coming next. Yeah,
to start a little spark that is desperately needed down 17. And they have just not looked smooth since early in the first quarter when they led by as many as 6.
No, roll,
Offensive foul.
back to the corner.
That's it. Offensive foul. 14. Same. Yeah,
This is
good.
not every time, but opportunistically in transition. If you can find ways to screen, let's get to it. Okay?
Just an illegal screen, offensive foul. Good. Good. Side out, Mikey. Oh, we'll go. Hey, yeah, we'll go there. Good.
All right, let's play some basketball. We've had a lot of reviews in this game, I feel like.
The old review. We miss them so much in the summer times when we're away from the game, and luckily we have this to bring it back.
How do you get Yogi Ferrell going?
I think he's got to get to the line, get an easy one. That's an open jumper. That's a good way right there. And you set a great screen, and that drop, and he comes off and knocks down the 15-footer.
First made field goal of the night. He was previously 0 for 7.
Look at it. Look at it.
Yogi's on. So, there we go.
Good triple switch there. Christian Doolittle sent Farrell to the top, and he took over Tyler Stone down low.
Here is Stone.
That is not a great shot right there for Eberlein drive.
Ryan Brown, who had that foul at the end of the first half, allowing for a 4-point Eberlein drive swing, and that is a foul on Anthony Clemens, his third.
It may be a T-Stone at the 5.
5. Lock.
The paint with Nate. We got to figure out something else.
If you're just joining us, Eberlein drive trailed by 6 in the first quarter. They outscored Indiana by 15 in the second quarter. They got a 3-point shooting foul with 1 second left, plus a technical. 4 free throws to end the first half as Doolittle draws contact on Nate Roberts. The second on the big fella from Washington. And Doolittle will go to the line for 2 shots.
He really sold that dribble handoff. You know, he fakes this to Hornsby, and then it's just off to the rim.
Just a little bit.
AC.
Here we go. Good shot. We good? Good. Good for 2.
Roberts can protect the rim, but I would have liked to have seen Christian Doolittle go up a little stronger there. He went up like he had Dikembe Mutombo coming over to block his shot.
He's getting Nate.
Remember, this year's $1 million cash prize is once again being sent straight to the winners' bank accounts with Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. Should Assembly Ball win it all, Christian Doolittle would be Zelled $70,000.
Maybe more.
Or maybe more with the absences of Juwan Morgan, Devontae Green, and Race Thompson. You mentioned it earlier. Juwan Morgan, the big one there. He had a double-double.
Yeah, no,
that's TBT debut
the
the
guy
other
that's
night.
playing at a high level overseas, played in Russia last year in the VTB, and that's definitely a loss for this team.
Doolittle the rebound. We still have not seen Julian Gamble for Assembly Ball, who's been their star in the post over the first 2 games of the tournament. As Brown hits it in transition.
This is a very pro-Indiana crowd. The question in the first half was, can Assembly Ball give them something to cheer about?
Taylor almost lost it.
We got talent. Mayday.
Clemens. Doolittle the rebound.
Assembly Ball finally getting some stops here. Now he can get out and run and make something happen.
Farrell.
He is just,
comfortable
no,
there.
that second dribble, he kind of mishandled it, but that's still a wide open shot.
1 for 9 for the 5-year NBA vet who helped organize this IU alum team. Taylor knocks one down in his face from deep.
But Yogi Ferrell's hands are at his side, and he's playing a good 2 feet off him. Ryan Taylor's got a burner, and he's a scorer. You have got to have a better sense of urgency than that.
14 points per game through the first 2 games.
We got to
Has made 5 threes coming into the night, already a pair in this game. Hornsby high off the window. Numbers right now for Eberlein drive if Terrell Brown wants to take advantage. Taylor again.
Get back. You don't want to get hit for Miller.
Farrell blow by, lays it in with the offhand.
He's still got that extra gear that he can go to, though. We've seen it a couple times over the course of this event where Yogi Ferrell puts his head down and just destroys his defender. He blows right by him with that between the legs. They're going to need him to be a threat offensively. 2 for 10 from the field, but I love the way he attacked. Got downhill, flowed right into that in transition, and he's just shot out of a cannon with his left hand.
Go ahead.
TBT fans can shop the official gear of their favorite teams, including Assembly Ball at tbtstore.thetournament.com.
So we've got 2 fill in this corner, 4 fill in this corner, 5 with the ball.
First year in TBT for Assembly Ball, organized by GM AJ Mahar, who formed Armored Athlete back in 2015 with IU alum like Christian Watford, Jordan Holes, Will Sheehy, whose former high school coach, Adam Ross, is now head coaching Assembly Ball. This is a team that has been 10 or 11 years in the making. Yogi Ferrell told you the other night it was just the right time to get all these IU alum back together. They trail by 11. And remember, the winner of this game moves on to the quarterfinal next week. Loser goes home. And some full court pressure from Tyrell Terry.
Backside, here we go. DA-toe.
Clemens saves it.
Nice job by Assembly Ball of rotating and staying with it. That was a great defensive possession right there.
Farrell, a no-look pass.
Go ahead.
Shift.
Farrell, step back.
There's just a lid out there. These are shots that Yogi Ferrell normally makes.
And
you
he
can
just
see
threw his
he's
hands
visibly
up.
frustrated.
Goodwin, blow by, off the rim.
Got numbers.
Quinn in transition.
That was slow developing, but Archie Goodwin went down into the stands. And Yogi Ferrell saw Dakota Quinn running that floor the entire way down the middle of the floor.
11-2 Assembly Ball run has cut the deficit to single digits. Offensive foul.
Eberlein drive has not looked nearly as crisp. There's the slow play of Yogi. He sees him running the whole way. Great job by Dakota Quinn of running the floor. This is one of those breaks that just slowly matriculates. Archie Goodwin is down, and Assembly Ball is able to take advantage. That little off arm there is what gets Terrell Brown that offensive foul.
And going back the other way, Jake Stevens telling his team just settle down as the Hinkle crowd getting into it. Largely Assembly Ball fans. Miller Kopp sent out of bounds by Tyler Stone.
Nowhere to go there for Miller Kopp.
Goodwin. No, and the putback is good by Tyler Stone. Terry on a rope, had it picked off by Stevens. 3-ball from Clemens. Bang from the corner.
Boy, that is a killer right there. A bad shot by Miller Kopp leads to a run out, and then it looks like Tyrell Terry can make something happen. He turns it over, and that is a massive corner 3 by Anthony Clemens.
Timeout Assembly Ball.
You talk about stopping a run. That's exactly what Eberlein drive does right here. There's the run out. Great follow-up play by Tyler Stone, not assuming that thing's going down, and then you got Clemens running the corner, and Eberlein drive right back at you.
First things first is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry, and total ridiculousness. Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, Kevin Wild serve up a fresh daily dose of unscripted, unfiltered sports talk weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Matt Schumacher, Robbie Hummel with you for our region championship on the beautiful campus of Butler University. And unfortunately for Assembly Ball, no Julian Gamble in the second half. We don't know exactly why, but he has been instrumental in their 2 wins to this point.
I think we have to assume that he's had an injury or something where he can't go, because he's been such a big part of their team all tournament long.
Cobb for 3. Oh, and he gets the friendly roll. That is just the 4th 3 of the game for Assembly Ball, shooting at less than 22%.
A nice find right there by Yogi Farrell off that skip pass. Defense has to be to the basketball, and now a turnover for a run out.
Hornsby back to Kopp, and quickly 5 points for Miller Kopp.
Well, Kopp took that tough shot that led to the run, but he's redeemed himself here with a 5-0. But that's just not good enough. Transition defense there, giving up a layup, nobody getting back.
Eberlein drive has been in this tournament so many years before, all but one since 2014, as Hornsby knocks it down with Goodwin, looking for a foul on the hardwood.
Christian Doolittle just totally laid him out on the screen.
Each of the last 2 seasons, Eberlein drive fouled out in the first round. They have won back-to-back games to get to this point. Had a 17-point lead on Assembly Ball, but shots like this, Robbie, have gotten the IU alum back into it.
Yeah, that was a super illegal screen by Christian Doolittle. I mean, my goodness, he was moving.
So Archie Goodwin had a point.
I think so, yes.
Uh-oh. Kopp again. 8-point game, less than 2 minutes to go in the third. Inside to Stevens, picked up by Kopp.
Just fought off Jake Stevens and went and made a play on the ball.
And then lost it out of bounds, and it will go back to Eberlein drive.
It's a great defensive play, but you look at what Miller Kopp has numbers-wise. He's driving into multiple defensive players there. He's done some very positive things, but off the dribble drive, you have the turnover, the bad shot that led to the 5-0 run. Just out there trying to do a little bit too much. That's deep. That's not a great shot either.
Deep is an understatement.
You can get that shot at any time on the shot clock.
Farrell from downtown.
That's another shot that you think, man, Yogi Farrell has a great look there.
Kopp had it tipped. 15 on the timer for Assembly Ball. Hornsby up and under. Doolittle trying to save it. Kopp on the floor, and it's back to Eberlein drive. And Yogi Farrell saying that one off the hand of Tyler Stone. Or maybe his knee.
Danny, you got anything different? You have anything different? Okay, here we go.
Adam Ross has already been teed up once. He doesn't want to do it again, but he didn't agree with the call. 8-point deficit for Assembly Ball. And a blocking foul on Tyrell Terry.
That's the right call. Tyrell Terry stepping up. He's late to the action there.
No, baseline down.
That is just the first on Assembly Ball in the quarter.
He's clearly sliding over still.
Meanwhile, one more foul on Eberlein drive sends Assembly Ball to the free throw line for the final 45 seconds of the third.
Stay down,
into Jake Stevens.
Good, rebound, rebound.
Tough fadeaway. And the putback good by Tyler Stone, with the front court so depleted for Assembly Ball.
That's grown man basketball by Tyler Stone. What a rebound there, and the putback with the left hand.
No Julian Gamble, no Race Thompson, no Juwan Morgan for Assembly Ball. Hornsby draws a foul on Stone, and he will be headed to the free throw line.
We got 2. Here we go
Smart
for 2.
play there to reach in. 8 on the shot clock, and just get blown by. You got Jake Stevens back there as your last line of defense, but
2 here, okay?
just giving him a trip to the foul line for a guy that's a really good shooter. Shot 93% from the line last year in Spain.
Good defense.
Assembly ball now 11 of 13 from the line. Eberlein drive 9 of 10. Again, that has not been as big of a story as we anticipated in this game. Assembly ball was plus 34 in terms of free throw attempts compared to its opponents in their first 2 wins.
In fairness, though, the level of competition has totally stepped up tonight with Eberlein drives.
Goodwin draws a foul on Ryan Brown, which is
15.
probably not a bad foul.
No, that's a good foul. Good fouls to give. They could do it again if they wanted to. You've got an offensive player going away from the basket, I'd take it again. As long as it's somebody that's not in any danger of being in foul trouble.
You mean like we saw at the end of the first half? Hand off to Clemens. 1 second at the horn.
Good look.
And it is a 61-53 lead for Eberlein drive, but Assembly ball outscoring its opponent 21-14 in the third, sets up a single-digit game as we head to the fourth in Indy. Players who hit the game-winning shot while wearing Pumas earn a $1,000 bonus. If they make the $1 million shot while wearing Pumas, they get a $10,000 bonus. When money's on the line, you want to be wearing Pumas. Those are the feet of Julian Gamble.
Those are awesome.
He's been wearing those Pumas twice while hitting game-winning shots in this tournament. $2,000 richer coming into the night, though he has not played Robbie Hummel in the second half.
I hope we see him here, but he does look like he's moving gingerly over to that bench. I don't know if it's an ankle or a back, but he just does not look right going over there. And That's unfortunate because he has been a terrific player in the TBT for so many years.
6th year playing in the tournament, had 17 points in game 1 and a double-double on Sunday night's win for Assembly Ball.
Anthony Clemens just torched that play. Totally denied Yogi Ferrell and took him out of it.
Doolittle, a step-back 3.
Why not shoot the first one? And I think it's because Christian Doolittle was so surprised at how open he was. Pick and pop, he's all by himself. Ferrell's at the table, and Doolittle just wasn't ready to shoot it.
Eberlein drive has led by as many as 17 in this game. Anthony Clemens.
It's a simple game. That's just a shot fake, get your defender off his feet, and get your game on in the painted area.
Leads all Eberlein drive scores with 14. Here he is with the basketball again after the turnover.
Smart decision there by Clemens to pump the brakes and reset.
Stevens on the smaller Doolittle. 7'2", 270, get off me.
Anthony Clemens said, let's slow it up, and Tyler Stone said, no, I'm throwing it right back in there. Stevens showing the muscle to go right through Doolittle.
Kopp on the drive, really tough take off the front end, and picked into the hands of Ryan Taylor.
The crazy thing is, with Juwan Morgan not here tonight, and now we've got Julian Gamble on the bench hurt, and it's like the physicality level of Eberlein drive is not even close, and this is in the danger zone of this getting away from Assembly Ball.
13 for Jake Stevens, who, remember, didn't play the first 2 games.
Getting him from Summer League is huge. He gives them a different look at that center position.
Ferrell banks it in from the top of the key.
He just kind of shook his head like, finally, and he went glass from the top. Maybe that gets him going.
10 points, rather 12 points for Ferrell, 3 of 13. First made 3, left it short, and behind the play is Goodwin, so is Doolittle, so it's 4-on-4.
Right, he just didn't come down the floor.
Extra pass, Kopp in transition. Ferrell tries to save it, last touch by Ryan Taylor.
I think Christian Doolittle is gassed. He's heading to the bench right now. Jake Stevens, man, for a rookie, Christian Doolittle, no slouch as a defender either. He's going right through him, and he can stroke it from the outside as well.
We're going to see Dakota Quinn for the first time in a long time, and they've needed his minutes without Juwan Morgan, without Julian Gamble, and no Race Thompson either. Jake Stevens will go to the bench with those 13 points, had been playing in the NBA Summer League. Eberlein drive got him back for the region championship tonight. Hornsby. And the three-point shooting struggles continue for Assembly Ball, now 6 of 23.
That's not a great shot. I mean, unless that shot clock is about to hit 0, you can get a better one than that. I'm all for Hornsby taking open threes, but he's running off a handoff away from the rim, squaring himself and taking a contested one.
Eberlein drive, playing the time game here. Clemens fade away, no, and it's off the knee of Hornsby. Just a little too eager trying to bring that in.
I don't think Eberlein drive, though, should just clock this. I think you still got to run your offense here, because this isn't a game that you can clock it with the Elam. You've got to still execute late in the game, and you try to just burn these 2 minutes to get to the Elam ending, and you can take your offense from in rhythm to out quickly.
First stoppage under 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. We add 8 points to the leading team score, turn off the game clock, and that +8 becomes the target score that the game winner, rather the winning team, has to hit as Ryan Taylor handles business in the paint.
He just stuck with that play. Short on the floater, followed his shot, and then hung on rims.
Terry draws a foul.
Here we go, Vito.
First on either team in the fourth.
You've got Ryan Taylor as a cutter out of the corner off the Goodwin drive. There's the first one, no blockout. Quinn goes flying by, and Ryan Taylor showing off the vertical hops.
I didn't think you could do the gather rolls in college.
Some coaching from the stands here.
They want him to use the clock. They may not be privy to the Elam ending.
That must not have been an Assembly Ball fan. They want them to shoot quickly.
You handle Horns 14. Horns 14. Horns 14. Horns 14.
But for Assembly Ball, Robbie, all the more important for them to get some stops here and go on a mini run, bridge this gap before the
You're
Elam
trying
ending.
to bring this down to 8 points. Get this thing to 7 or 8 points and keep yourself in striking distance for the Elam.
Right now it's at 12 with less than 6 minutes to go. Terrell Brown operating. Brown over the outstretched arm of Miller Kopp.
That counts. I mean, Miller Kopp did his job.
Hornsby lets it fly.
It's not close.
It has not been his night. Now 2 of 7 from distance.
Good, set it here.
Winner to the quarterfinal. And Terrell Brown to the free throw line.
The thing about Eberlein drive, like we've seen Anthony Clemens be a primary scorer. We've seen Archie Goodwin be a primary scorer. But when you've got guys like a Terrell Brown, like a Ryan Taylor, who can be secondary ball handlers, still play pick and roll, still make shots from 3, really score it, and you add Jake Stevens into the mix as a pick and pop shooter at the 5, this offense is big time. And it's going to be a problem if they advance for teams to stop.
Well, if they advance, they stay in the running for this year's $1 million prize, which will be sent straight to the winners' bank accounts with Zell. Here's Robbie Hummel's favorite segment, the breakdown of the Zell pans.
Big Stevens, sorry about you. But he did show up late, so there's at least a reason. Honestly,
Devin Kennedy,
Slaughter, O'Brien, and Kennedy haven't even showed up
here
yet, but they could. You never know. You never know who's going to show up in this event or who's going to leave.
Doolittle back in the game, playing extended minutes because of who has left for Assembly Ball. No Juwan Morgan, no Race Thompson, no Devontae Green. It's back to a 14-point deficit, and of course no Julian Gamble in this second half for Assembly Ball. We are 40 seconds away from the Elam ending taking effect, where the game clock will turn off and will add 8 to the leading team score. Goodwin, a step back 3.
I just don't like that shot.
Get on it.
Farrell can't get there. It's a tie-up. And the possession arrow will stay with Eberlein drive.
Archie Goodwin can get to the paint pretty much when he pleases. So when he settles for a jumper like that,
Yeah, but the ball was gone. It was a little
I just rather see him put pressure on the defense by getting into the teeth of it, and then he can score it or he can spray it.
Now Eberlein drive here will not be able to run this down to under 4 minutes because of the 20-second reset. But nonetheless, Jordan Surinkamp wants his team to take their time.
Wide. Flash back, Nate, come on. Back to him. Hold it. Good. Flat.
Deshaun Knight running the point.
Flat. Hey.
Defended by Yogi Ferrell.
Come on, RT. Take care of it.
5 seconds. Knight, shake and bake. Step back. And a shot clock violation at 4:01. So Assembly Ball could make this as little as an 11-point game before, and that was smart by Terrell Brown.
Go to media. Give me side out here. Go to media.
We will add 8 to the leading team score, and when we return, the Elam ending will be in effect, a 14-point lead for Eberlein Drive.
Can win it here. A field goal of any kind, and the defending champs will survive.
That could have been a foul.
Washington rejects the screen. They get it to Sword the corner. He misses. Tip back good. And Tevin Mack has won it for Hardfire.
Sharp. Lottie brings it out of the paint. 3 on the shot clock. Lottie throws up a prayer. It drew iron. King the offensive rebound. Now Schwartz for the win. It's over. Team Colorado has shocked.
Welcome back to Hinkle Fieldhouse, where the Elam ending has taken effect. Target score 82. First one to it wins the game. It has to win on a game-winning shot. We've seen plenty in this tournament so far.
Hartfire can win it here. A field goal of any kind, and the defending champs will survive.
That could have been a foul.
Washington rejects the screen. They get it to Sword, the corner. He misses. Tip back good. And Tevin Mack has won it for Hartfire.
Louisville will see you Wednesday night. Sharp. Lottie brings it out of the paint. 3 on the shot clock. Lottie throws up a prayer. It drew iron. King the offensive rebound. Now Schwartz for the win. It's over. Team Colorado has shocked the Shockers.
The Elam ending is what makes this tournament so special. And at the under 4 in the fourth quarter, the game clock turns off. We add 8 to the leading team score. That becomes the target score. First one to it wins the game. So, Robbie Hummel, can Assembly Hall go on an epic run here and shock Eberlein drive? That'll help. Doolittle with a friendly bounce.
Getting off to a good start if you're trailing, so important. And can they get stops to put some game pressure on Eberlein drive? It's a different feel than what normal basketball is, because in a normal game, you know, we're trying to get fouled, we're dribbling the clock out, we take care of the basketball. Not in this event. You've got to execute, you've got to score points. And we'll see on this possession, can Anthony Clemens make something happen?
There's a foul underneath, and it will go against Miller Kopp. And there's just so much of a size advantage now.
Which I'm crazy to say,
drive.
because 2 days ago you'd say, man, Assembly Ball is one of the biggest teams in this event. They're playing Christian Doolittle at the 3, Morgan at the 4, Gamble at the 5, but Gamble's injured and Juwan Morgan's not here.
Eberlein drive just 8 points shy of winning this game and punching its ticket to the quarterfinal. And it's a 3 from Jake Stevens.
Jake Stevens is a massive addition for this team. That dude is a stud.
Ryan Brown in rhythm. That's a 3 in response. But at Assembly Ball at this point has to string together a bunch of stops.
They've got to stop Eberlein drive.
Brown, tough shot, rims out, and the rebound Doolittle.
That's not a great shot for Eberlein drive. I mean, that's a contested pull-up by Terrell Brown.
Doolittle from the top of the key. Brown taps it to Farrell. That's a 3.
Eberlein drive is kind of sleepwalking right now. That first miss by Doolittle, 3 drive players just stand there and watch. You got Ryan Brown flying in there to make a play on it.
Clemens. Bang from the top of the key.
That is cold-blooded right there. Nothing really going in their half-court offense. That's just one-on-one. Anthony Clemens winning his matchup.
2 points shy from a game winner. Tyrell Terry, no. And a chance to win it here for Eberlein Drive. And keep their journey alive for a $1 million cash prize.
I'm Archie Goodwin. I am getting to the rim here.
Goodwin for the win. Rebound secured by Yogi Ferrell, and there's a whistle in there, and it'll go against Eberlein Drive. So we'll go against Terrell Brown. And Terrell Brown has fouled out for Eberlein Drive. Remember, players who hit the game-winning shot while wearing Pumas earn a $1,000 bonus. If they make the $1 million shot while wearing Pumas, they get a $10,000 bonus. When money's on the line, you want to be wearing Pumas. Brown will watch the rest of the game from the bench. And a timeout taken by Adam Ross. How do you play this, Robbie, over the next however long it could take for Assembly Ball to reach 82, knowing that you are one bucket away from losing this game?
Well, it's just you've got to focus on getting stops. I mean, and obviously you're going to have to score a lot of points as well. You're not in a great spot. I think Yogi Ferrell offensively is going to have to be the maestro. Their defense is going to have to dig their heels in and make this happen if they are to come back.
It's a rip here, Yogi rip 4, and then 5 cleaning you up coming.
But I honestly feel like Eberlein Drive has left them off the hook. They haven't run great offense here in the Elam. They've just had guys. Stevens made a 3, and Anthony Clemens did as well, but they were individual plays.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Isaac Green on the bench for Assembly Ball, the video and player development analyst for Indiana men's basketball, drawing up the play for Assembly Ball. Jordan Surenkamp.
Everything to the rim.
Is one made bucket away from helping Eberlein Drive to the quarterfinals.
Don't foul. Everything to the rim. Good. To the rim. Straight up.
Yogi Ferrell.
There you see Jake Stevens was up because he heard everything goes to the rim.
Step back from Ferrell from downtown. Here comes Assembly Ball. Now can they string together stops?
Well, Jake Stevens was up, but Ryan Taylor not really. Yogi Ferrell stepping back and drilling at top of the key.
Eberlein Drive can win it. Stone to the basket. Left it short. Rebound Tyrell Terry.
I like the play, though. They cleared out that side. Tyler Stone to the rim. That's a better possession for Eberlein Drive.
Ferrell again.
You're good. Let's go. You're good.
Hey, be ready to come back and help us.
And yet again, Eberlein Drive can win it with 2 points. Anthony Clemens hit the game-winning shot on Sunday for Eberlein Drive. With the basketball.
Take care of it.
Eberlein Drive needs to move the ball.
Mayday. Good. Plenty of time. Plenty of
A lot
time.
of dribbling.
Damn.
A lot of dribbling.
Clemens for the win. Put back rejected by Doolittle. Assembly Ball with numbers. 3 from Terry. Doolittle the rebound. Ferrell from the top of the key. Yes, sir!
There's some game pressure here now. Yogi Ferrell coming alive. This building coming alive. And Eberlein Drive not getting the type of shots they were earlier in this game.
Stone for the win.
This has become hero ball.
6-point game. Kopp back out to Terry, and he stepped out of bounds.
That ball needs to be in the hands of Yogi Ferrell. It needs to be in the guy that can make plays happen. I just got to recognize who your best players are. Clemens dribbled this entire possession. That's going to be the game, and what a block from Christian Doolittle.
Yogi Ferrell has come alive now, 6 of 17 from the field, but he's knocked down 4 triples. Eberlein drive. We'll see what they can draw up, but their offense has not been sharp.
It was 74-60 when the Elam ending began in favor of Eberlein drive.
All right, we're in blue 5. Stay down. If they're going to make one, they're making it up over the top of us. We're not leaving our feet. Just wall up and get big. Box out, defensive rebound. Let's get in transition. See if we get a transition bucket. Do it again. Yes, we do. We have one to give.
They're gonna punch it. Let's go blue 4.
Okay, you're gonna set the step up. Come off at AC. Jake, you're gonna pop against the switch. It's fine. Throw it back. RT, as this is happening, you're gonna work your way to the elbow. Okay, Jake, you're gonna take a dribble. AG, you got to get open, man. Okay, we're gonna swing it.
We got the arrow too.
And officials are reviewing to make sure that this was in fact out of bounds. And yes, it was. So again, Assembly Ball will have to get a stop. Eberlein drive with an opportunity to win it.
Swing it, whip screen, right there. Okay?
Eberlein drive is going to just pass.
Here we go.
Just the ball is stuck in guys' hands.
Well, it's that game pressure you talk about. With the clock off, the other team makes a few shots.
You feel it as a player. The crowd gets into it. You see the score tightening. And you just don't run great offense that they haven't in this Elam period. It was what, 74-60? And
it's been a 14-6 Assembly Ball run.
It's just not been well executed by Eberlein drive.
Stone, Goodwin, Clemens, Stevens, Taylor on the floor for Eberlein drive. A bucket wins it.
Jake Stevens got to be careful. That could have been a moving screen right there.
Trying to get it into Stevens on the smaller Doolittle.
Doolittle's a tank. He's going to have to really make a move here.
Stevens rejected, secured by Goodwin for the win. Stone off the mark.
Jeez.
And it goes.
Oh, man.
Eberlein drive ball, but they will review.
It is carnage in the paint. There are bodies just laying on the floor.
Go to your bench, we'll go review.
You can see, though, how tight Eberlein drive is playing. Tyler Stone has a 8-foot bank shot to win the game, and that thing was a laser beam in there.
The right to stay in the fight for $1 million. This is what the referees are reviewing.
Looks like it's off the head of Christian Doolittle. Remember, the initial call is Eberlein drive basketball, so it would have to be clearly off someone else to overturn it.
The amount of arms, although Goodwin got his arm.
I thought it hit Goodwin's arm, off Doolittle's head, and out of bounds.
Is it good? Is it clear? All right.
3 bodies on the floor, 8 arms in the frame.
Is that the only look we have?
No, we had another one. He has a baseline on.
And you can hear Danny Basile, Mike Nardone, Mike Evans, our officiating crew, trying to sort this one out. As Robbie mentioned, the call on the floor is Eberlein drive ball.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Good.
And the call will stand. So again, Eberlein drive has a chance to win it. How many times have we said that in the last 2 minutes?
Often. Last 4 minutes, 5 minutes. The thing is, though, you just don't get this in a normal game. Normal game, you got a 16-point lead, you make some foul shots, you're out of here.
That's what makes TBT so fun down the stretch. The Elam ending.
You got to win this thing.
Here we go. Tyler Stone trying to do it himself, and he draws a foul.
They call it travel?
Oh, a travel gives it back to Assembly Ball. And their bench just erupted with this call.
He got space. Lost his balance. I thought maybe he got tripped, but hard to tell there.
Yogi Ferrell's hit a couple of threes during this Elam ending. He's trying to get free. Here he is with the basketball. Doolittle from up top. Yes,
Oh,
sir! Three-point game. Clemens stripped. Taylor for the win. Indiana can tie it.
This has been a total implosion here. Oh, wow.
Yogi Ferrell.
Timeout, White. Timeout.
And a timeout taken by Adam Ross. Oh, my goodness.
Ball soaking wet. We're good.
I mean, this is great by Yogi Ferrell. You're drawing two defenders. You're throwing it back to Doolittle. The three-point shot here for Assembly Ball has come alive. And Eberlein drives miscues. Ineffectiveness offensively have opened the door for Assembly Ball, and they have taken advantage.
This is, hey, fellas, way to fucking compete, man. Let's bring this shit home. We're right there at striking distance. Hey, it's this rip, 4-on-2 to the corner. That's Ty. That's Ryan on Ty. This is a flare, Christian on Ryan. Miller inbounding the ball right here, right to 5. If they're not playing Yogi in the backcourt, throw it to Yogi.
Yes.
It's a flat screen. If they are playing Yogi in the backcourt, direct to the 5. You just step them away, come off downhill for the ball, foul and score the paint. Follow them right in.
Yeah, we'll take a cash and shoot for it. Otherwise, we're going to the rim. But we do have the arrow. We have the arrow.
RT pin.
9-0 Assembly Ball run. When the Elam ending started, they trailed 74-60. The last 5 or 6 trips down the floor for Eberlein Drive, Robbie Hummel, they had a chance to win. And now Assembly Ball has a chance to tie.
No timeouts, Adam.
80-77. Their ball, their arrow.
The ball is going to end up in Yogi Ferrell's hands. And look at Anthony Clemens right now. He is playing him in the backcourt. Now he's starting to back off. But if he picks him up, this is going to be thrown to Doolittle, and it's going to be a handoff. If he doesn't, now that he's back, it might just be a flat pick and roll.
Cop the inbounder. Does get it to Ferrell. Ferrell. Kick out. 10 on the timer.
Has the matchup now.
Defended by Jake Stevens. Ferrell for the tie. Doolittle the rebound. Ferrell again. This time rejected by Tyler Stone. And Eberlein Drive can win it.
Tyler Stone taking away the initial look and then blocking the second one.
Wow, there was a lot of contact in there. And the foul will go against Assembly Ball.
Yeah, hold it from behind.
One more, before they're in the bonus.
Eberlein Drive has missed its last 10 shots. Next make for them wins it. Clemens and Ferrell. Miller cut. Left it off the front end. Stone.
Clemens open.
Clemens.
What was that?
Farrell wanted to give a foul. Clemens rejected. Tipped into the hands of Terry. Here comes Ryan Brown. 1-point game.
I mean, people are just out here totally losing their minds in the Elam ending, trying to draw fouls. I mean, you've got this advantage, and listen to this crowd.
Goodwin.
That's a horrible shot.
No, tap back is good. It's over. Eberlein Drive moving on.
Hell of a game, coach. Hell of a game. Hell of a game, man.
I'd say Stevens was a good addition.
Understatement of the tournament. 20 points for Jake Stevens. And he just put Eberlein Drive into the quarterfinal.
And honestly, it was on a shot. It wasn't very good from Archie Goodwin.
What did we just see?
Chaos. I mean, that's what the Elam does, though. You've got to execute. That wasn't great execution, but in fairness, I guess, to Goodwin, he did draw a second defender. That ball comes off, and Jake Stevens, in his first TBT game, because he was at Summer League, making an impact in a hurry.
My heart is racing. Hinkle was on fire. This, the winner. Jake Stevens. Fresh out of the NBA Summer League, first game in TBT 2024, puts a 20-piece on the board and wins it, sending Eberlein Drive to the quarterfinal next week.
I will say, on watching that replay right there, Stevens did a phenomenal job of being on the baseline side and making his way to the front of the rim. No block out on the biggest guy on the floor. And that tip-in, just a clutch bucket that Eberlein had to have.
Eberlein led 74-60 at the start of the Elam ending. They win it 82-79, Robbie Hummel. Your final thoughts?
Well, this is what we love about TBT. You can't milk the clock. You can't run it out. You can't win at the foul line. That was a heck of a ball game. Eberlein Drive hanging on. Assembly ball with quite the run. It's going to be fun to watch this Eberlein team, especially now with Jake Stevens. Very talented group. They can definitely win this whole thing.
What a game. Thank you so much for joining us. For Robbie Hummel, our entire TBT crew, I'm Matt Schumacher saying so long from Hinkle. Eberlein Drive, moving on.